Most people believe retirement success is decided in your 20s. The story goes like this. If you didn't start investing early, if you didn't max out your retirement accounts in your 30s, if you didn't let compound interest work its magic for decades, then you've already missed your chance. And for millions of people, that belief quietly turns into something dangerous. They stop trying. They assume retirement is out of reach. But here's the truth that almost nobody talks about. Some of the most financially secure retirees today didn't start early at all. In fact, many of them didn't get serious about retirement savings until their 40s or even their 50s. So how did they catch up? What strategies allowed them to build a serious nest egg in a fraction of the time? Because once you understand how late starters actually win the retirement game, you realize something surprising. Starting late doesn't mean losing, but it does mean playing the game differently. And the first thing you need to understand is the biggest lie about retirement. Most people believe retirement is a race that starts the moment you enter adulthood. If you miss the starting gun in your 20s, you're permanently behind. That idea has been repeated so often that it feels like financial law. But here's the reality. While starting early is helpful, retirement success is driven far more by how much you save, not just when you started. And something interesting happens as people get older. Their income usually increases. By the time many workers reach their 40s and 50s, they're earning more than they ever have before. Promotions, career stability, side income, business ownership. These years are often called the peak earning years. And peak earning years create a massive opportunity. Someone who saves aggressively in their 40s and 50s can sometimes contribute more money in 10 years than someone saved across their entire 20s and 30s. That changes the math dramatically. But there's another advantage late starters have, and it's hidden inside the tax system itself. Most people don't realize this, but retirement laws were actually designed with late starters in mind. The government knows many people fall behind on retirement savings, so they built a powerful feature directly into retirement accounts. It's called catch-up contributions, and it's one of the most powerful tools late investors can use. Once you turn 50, retirement accounts allow you to contribute extra money each year beyond the normal limits. For example, retirement plans like workplace investment accounts allow thousands of dollars in additional contributions annually once you hit that age. That means someone who starts late doesn't just save like everyone else, they can save more than everyone else. Every single year, over a decade, those extra contributions can add up to tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even hundreds of thousands once investment growth is included. But even with these catch-up advantages, there's one thing late starters must do differently, and it's the step many people resist the most. Late starters don't have the luxury of saving slowly. They need to enter what financial planners sometimes call the aggressive saving window. This is the period when retirement becomes a top financial priority. Instead of saving 5% of income, instead of contributing casually, late starters often aim for something much higher. 15%, 20%, sometimes even more. And while that might sound extreme at first, there's a reason it works. Because retirement wealth is built on two things: time and contribution size. When time is shorter, the only lever left to pull is contribution. But here's something interesting. Many people in their 40s and 50s are actually in the perfect position to do this. Their kids may be older, their salaries are higher, their careers are more stable. And suddenly, money that once went to early life expenses can be redirected into investments, raises, bonuses, side business income, tax refunds. All of these can become powerful fuel for retirement savings. But even aggressive saving won't work if you make one critical investment mistake. And unfortunately, this mistake is incredibly common among late starters. When people realize they're behind on retirement, fear often takes over, and fear leads to a dangerous decision. They become too conservative with their investments. Instead of investing for growth, they move their money into low-risk assets, cash accounts, low-yield savings, ultra-conservative funds. At first glance, that feels safe. But over time, it can quietly sabotage retirement plans, because without growth, money struggles to keep up with inflation, let alone build wealth. Historically, growth assets like stocks have provided much stronger long-term returns than cash or conservative investments. That doesn't mean reckless investing, but it does mean maintaining exposure to growth, even for people approaching retirement. Many successful retirees maintain balanced portfolios that still include growth. investments while gradually adding stability as retirement gets closer. This balance allows money to keep compounding while still managing risk. But investment growth isn't the only way late starters can dramatically increase their retirement security. There's another strategy that can boost retirement income almost instantly, and it all comes down to timing. For decades, retirement has been associated with a specific age. But the truth is, retirement timing is far more flexible than most people think. And for late savers, one decision can make a massive difference. Delaying retirement slightly, working just a few extra years, can create multiple financial advantages all at once. First, it allows more time to save. Each additional year means more contributions and more investment growth. Second, it reduces the number of years your savings must support you. Retiring at 65 versus 70 changes the entire financial equation. But the biggest impact often comes from something many people overlook. Retirement benefit programs increase payments if you delay claiming them. In some cases, benefits can grow significantly for each year you wait. That means someone who delays retirement can receive noticeably larger monthly income later in life. And that single decision can reduce pressure on savings dramatically. But money strategies alone don't explain why some late starters succeed while others struggle. Because the biggest difference often comes from something much simpler: lifestyle. One of the most powerful retirement strategies has nothing to do with investment accounts. It has to do with how people choose to live. Successful retirees often make small but intentional lifestyle adjustments long before they stop working. Some downsize their homes, others eliminate unnecessary expenses. Many focus on paying off major debts before retirement. These changes reduce the amount of money needed each month, and when expenses go down, retirement savings suddenly stretch much further. What's interesting is that many retirees report something surprising after making these adjustments. Their quality of life doesn't actually decrease. In many cases, it improves. Less financial stress, more flexibility, more freedom. And when spending aligns with priorities rather than habits, retirement becomes far more achievable. But even with all these strategies in place, there's one rule that matters more than anything else, and it's the rule that determines whether retirement success is possible at all. The most important retirement strategy isn't investing early. It isn't choosing the perfect stock. It isn't predicting the market. It's simply this: starting because every year of delay quietly works against you. Money that could have been invested isn't. Growth that could have compounded disappears. And opportunities that could have built security slowly fade away. But the moment you begin saving, the entire trajectory changes. Even modest contributions start working. Even small investments begin compounding. Even a late start can build real financial momentum. And that momentum grows faster than most people expect. Over time, consistency becomes far more powerful than perfection. Month after month, year after year, progress builds quietly. Until one day, the numbers look very different from where they started. Retirement planning often feels overwhelming because people think it's already too late. But history tells a very different story. Many financially secure retirees today didn't follow the perfect path. They didn't start early. They didn't invest flawlessly. They simply made a decision at some point in their lives. They decided to take retirement seriously. They saved aggressively. They invested consistently. They adjusted their lifestyle. And they gave their money enough time to work. The truth is, retirement success isn't determined by when you start. It's determined by what you do next. And the most powerful step anyone can take toward financial freedom is deciding that today is the day they begin. Because the best time to start building your retirement was years ago. But the second best time is right now.